If time itself wished to hide a secret, it would choose Belize, where ocean and memory touch, and every breeze carries an ancient breath. You step into a threshold where two worlds quietly intertwine. You arrive in Belize City, where weathered walls tell colonial stories and the Caribbean surf keeps rhythm for Creole life. The city feels like an open labyrinth, pulling you between past echoes and the pulse of the present. Under Caribbean sunlight, rooftops tremble gently in the sea wind, as if memories long to rise again. Moving through the crowd, you feel Belize as something familiar yet mysterious, like a story missing its final page. Leaving the city, you enter the northern forests, where Altunha emerges like a stone fortress of Maya kings. Moss-covered steps become corridors, guiding you into the labyrinth of time and forgotten sovereignty. Here, jade was once a soul, and ancient rituals echoed through the silent canopy. You sense myth breathing across your skin, pulling you back to an age when gods shaped the order of the universe. Deep inside Altunha, history and stillness merge like two hidden rivers. You stand where rulers once lifted green jade to the sky, realizing Belize is a gateway to dreams seeking immortality. Waterways lead you toward Lamanai, a city alive for 3,000 years. Each bend of the river feels like a stream of memory, guiding you into a sanctuary where Maya faith met shadows and invisible powers. Around Jaguar Temple, time whispers. Carved faces watch each of your steps, reminding you this was once a borderland between humans and deities, between light and the deep side of existence. Every stone in Lamanai is a pulse of remembrance. You sense layers of culture, Maya, Spanish, British interwoven like sediment, shaping Belize into a never-ending epic. Heading toward the sea, the Great Blue Hole opens like an ancient eye staring through centuries. Its deep cobalt ring is not merely a sinkhole, it is a spiritual threshold, where silence becomes the language of creation. Facing the ocean's darkness, you feel small before the fossilized time beneath you. Belize invites courage, urging you to step across the border between fear and awakening. Leaving the abyss, you meet the Belize Barrier Reef, Earth's second largest living boundary. Here, life glows like stained glass, and every wave feels like a quiet prayer whispered by the ocean. You watch coral revive, as if Belize is rewriting its own destiny. Between fragility and resilience, the sea teaches that life is most beautiful when it fights to continue existing. Your journey carries you to Dangriga, the land of Garifuna drums. Punta rhythms swirl like ancestral sparks, pulling you into the memory world of a people who survived exile with unwavering spirit. Coconut smoke, layered harmonies, elders glowing by the fire, everything blends into the Garifuna soul. Belize reveals itself as not just multicultural, but as the crossroads of entire journeys of survival. Finally, Belize leads you into the ATM, cave its stone labyrinth still holding Maya rituals intact. Every step brushes the border of life and death, human and divine, presence and afterworld. Darkness surrounds you, yet unveils deeper truths. Belize is a book without a final page. Emerging from the cave, you carry the sense that the world is wider than any map suggests. Belize teaches that some places are not meant to be seen, but felt. Every threshold you crossed leaves you with a new rhythm, a heartbeat, shaped by discovery, gratitude, and awakening. You turn toward western Belize, where rolling hills and deep forests read like pages of a living book. Each gust of wind brings the scent of damp earth, hinting at secrets nature still refuses to reveal. In this landscape, San Ignacio appears as a border town between modern life and Maya shadows. You wander through the morning market, smelling roasted cacao and ancient spices once carried along trade routes. Every face in the market is a chapter of history: mestizo fruit sellers, Kiechi weavers, Creole storytellers. Belize reveals itself as a long harmony stretching from antiquity to this very moment. From town, you step into Kahal Pech, an old Maya residence overlooking the valley. Its narrow stairways guide you into the memories of nobles who lived between forest sunsets and unspoken ceremonial music. Here, you realize Belize has no isolated past. Every era threads through another like a red cord. Touching the cool stone, you feel history traveling through your palm. Belize opens another gate, Caracol, the kingdom of Maya power. The Kana pyramid once towered above all Belize, and on its summit, the wind feels like the breath of a sleeping god. Looking over endless jungle, you understand why Caracol ruled this land. Faded carvings recall triumphs. Broken steps recall sacrifice. Time has not erased the imprint of sovereignty. Leaving Caracol, you cross Mountain Pine Ridge, where pine forests rise strangely inside the tropics. Red earth, cold waterfalls, and golden afternoons form a landscape that stays in your memory long after you leave. At 1,000-foot falls, water plunges into a vast valley like the earth exhaling. Belize reveals itself not merely as rainforest, but as a frontier where contrasting worlds coexist in harmony. Returning to the coast, Placencia appears calm and golden. This seaside village carries the timeless ease of old Caribbean life, where simple greetings and warm smiles shape every day. Walking the wooden walkway, the sea breeze feels like a soft breath. Placencia gives you space to release the weight of your journey, reminding you that silence can be the gentlest gift. Far to the south, Toledo unfolds like a quiet kingdom, home to modern Maya communities who live their traditions daily, not as memories, but as rhythms aligned with nature. Here, hands weave ancient patterns, and voices recount ancestral paths. You realize Belize is a cultural tapestry where every thread carries the gravity of remembrance. You reach Punta Gorda, a coastal town where Garifuna, Maya, and Creole lives weave together. At sunset, the sun sinks into the sea like a glowing amber sphere. People share stories of migration, survival, and pride. Belize teaches you that each person here is a doorway into a distinct universe of history and heart. Leaving the southern coast, your heart feels lighter. You understand this small country holds an extraordinary power, helping every traveler step beyond the borders within themselves. Belize is a gateway linking the present with thousands of years of history. Nature here doesn't surround people, it instructs them through rhythms of earth, sea, and forest. Near the end of your journey, you realize Belize never wanted you to simply see it. It wanted you to feel it through breath, memory, and rare silences our modern world seldom grants. You recall every gate you walked through: Maya temples, ancient cities, deep oceans, coral worlds, Garifuna villages. Each place is a chapter, and you are the one stitching them into a complete story. Belize leaves you with a lingering silence, the kind that clarifies everything left unclear. It's as if this land has quietly reset your heartbeat, making it steadier, more honest. As you prepare to leave, you realize Belize doesn't end when the journey ends. It lives on inside you, like a dim ember reminding you the world is wider than you were ever taught to believe. Belize invites you back whenever your heart needs room to breathe. If these gateways stirred something in you, keep traveling with us, so every journey becomes a new awakening. Subscribe to the channel and step through more hidden doors into landscapes filled with mystery, depth, and stories waiting to be discovered. This journey has only begun, and the next threshold is already calling you.